Welcome back, YouTube, for another first look video at Terra Invicta. And this, little video I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna keep it short. Previously, we're like, well, how do you, when you think about hitting next, and any strategy game, like Old World, Civ 6, when you finish everything you can finish, then you'll hit a button in the bottom right-hand corner that says next, right? Well, in this game, it doesn't seem like anything like that exists. Instead, you basically time continues. As time continues, that's all that puts you in different phases. So in this phase right now, we are in basically it told us right here, if you look over here, it says assign counselors to missions. So times go on, and as time goes on, events occur that you have to have a reaction to, and then you get to see if their previous missions that you sent your counselors to succeeded or failed or what. So when this phase comes up, you take a closer look at all of this, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So in this phase, basically our counselors have popped up, and now we get to assign them what we want them to do. Their previous missions were unsuccessful because I didn't know what I was doing and I was just hitting buttons. So let's not do that this time. So right now, this counselor is up. These are his stats. So if you want to take a closer look at your counselor, you can either click here, I believe, and take a closer look here. And once you go in here, you start to, these are the missions that they can possibly take on the left-hand side. In the middle are their attributes. So persuasion is ability to shape the opinions of others to your own. It is crucial in gaining support from the Earth's nations. Each point of persuasion increases the counselor's influence duration. You have investigation, is the counselor's ability to discover information someone would prefer to keep hidden. In addition to serving as the primary stat for a number of missions, it also determines the counselor's chances of citing enemy counselors. And then you have espionage, is the ability to move in secret and conduct covert operations. High espionage makes the counselor much harder to detect by enemy factions. You have command, represents the counselor's ability to organize and lead combat operations. Each point of command increases the counselor's ops income by 1%. You have administration, is the ability to manage large organizations. Each point of administration adds 1% to the counselor's money income and allows you to control one additional organizational tier. I'm guessing org is abbreviation for organization. I'm really surprised they didn't include that, but I'm not going to get into it. Science is the ability to investigate and analyze phenomena derived from new surroundings of the universe and those who inhabit it. Each point of science increases its counselor's research income by 1%. High science scores will also help defend our interests against alien activity. And then we have security, is this counselor's ability to survive violence. This counselor on modified stat is volume is 5. So I'm guessing, since the highest I've seen across all the counselors is like 7, I'm guessing this is on a scale of 1 to 10, but there's nothing anywhere I've seen anywhere that's going to tell us about that. So apparent loyalty. The loyalty attribute determines how likely counselors are to betray their faction to another. The value displayed is normally an estimate based on the counselor's behavior. The counselor's actual loyalty may only be discovered by investigating this counselor's possible multiple times. And then I guess this is what their monthly income is based off of us. I'm not 100% sure. These are traits. So, undercover, this person's public persona conceals someone whose ability. So, I guess they have individual traits, which is almost like when you think about a role-playing game that you have to choose your traits, which is good. I bought him because he was cheap, and he's turning out to be interesting. So, undercover, this person's public persona conceals someone who is able to infiltrate enemy space installations without fear of identification. +1 to espionage. Nice. Aware, particularly skilled at detecting other counselors. Affluent, makes a good living, monthly income. Low profile, skilled at evading detection. +2 to espionage when being detected by other counselors. Government, a member of an organized government. So we have these different traits, which is interesting. This is letting us know their name. You can actually customize their name and you can customize their appearance, which I think is really cool. But I kind of like the randomness, so I'm gonna not mess with any of that. You can do all sorts of stuff, and I'm sure when people start modding this, I'm sure there's gonna be modded. There's gonna be some silly modded stuff that's gonna come through. It's gonna be hilarious. We're gonna have like Shrek in here, or like the Predator. Who knows? You know the community, so that's interesting that you're gonna be able to customize that. Now augment. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so augment. Your counselor's XP value represents personal growth and acquired knowledge that can be directed to improve the counselor. Counselors gain 1 or more XP for attempting missions, and they typically gain at least 2 XP for successful missions in which they must pass a die roll. All right. So as they go up and get XP, we get to change. Ooh, they can gain traits. Oh, nice. Very hard to kill during SP. Oh, mass violence. Okay, that's neat. So you can choose to use your XP to gain traits or increase an ability score. These, I guess, are organizations. And okay, so this tab, let's see what this says. This tab contains organizations that are available for acquisition by your counselors. Orgs are added and removed from this list periodically and may become available to other counselors. Purchase an org by dragging and dropping its icon into your org's window. Dimmed orgs are beyond your current capabilities. Wow, that's like everything. Okay, so this tab contains orgs that have been purchased by your council but are currently not assigned to a counselor. You may assign this org to a counselor by dragging and dropping its icon in the org's window. All right, so we won't go into this, but this is basically a very important interface just to kind of understand what they're doing. Okay, so now that we know this, okay, now we're in assignment stage, so now we need to figure out what we're going to do. So we can temporarily disable the benefits of a control point, removing any, I think there's a risk to this, because I accidentally chose this last time and nothing came of it. It was complete failure. We can take control point from an enemy faction. It looks like some of these cost specific things, so like they could cost influence, public campaign, increase public support for a cause. This we don't have access to right now. Increase unrest. Surveil locations, significantly increases likelihood enemy counselors and aliens will be detected in the counselor's region. Gather information on a counselor which can enable us to target a counselor with mission and learn more about the faction the counselor serves. Can also be used to verify loyalty of one of your own counselors. Okay, so that's something we could do. He can go to ground, which I'm not worried about because right now he hasn't done anything to target a site of suspected alien activity and learn more about the alien's method. Okay, so that costs 5 of this right here. 5 ops, so that is what we're gonna do because that is one of our goals. We go here, one of our goals is investigate the alien crash. Have a counselor conduct an elevation, at the crash site. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm just concerned because, his investigation's 5, so that's not, it doesn't seem like that's too terrible. So that's what we're gonna go in, no, not hiding. We're gonna go investigate alien activity. Yes, that is what we want him to do. So now we gotta figure out how to assign him to do that. Has he been assigned that? That's the biggest confirm. Okay. Okay, so we clicked on that. That's what we did. I think if we hit confirm assignments, that means everyone's confirmed at once. So we clicked on this. All right, and let's see what he's been found out. In our news feed, we got that we had an event. We had an event. It came up. Where was it? He was detected, and so he needs to go undercover. So we're going to send him undercover. Go into hiding.
Hunkering down.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
All right.
Your orders?
That is how we assign something. Now we know. So you basically, you go in, you select your counselor, you go in here, you choose something, and then they have like a confirmation button right above that. And that is how you select them to do a mission. Let's take a look at her attributes really quick. Okay. She has persuasion of not 7. That's pretty high. That's her apparent loyalty. Her security, administration, espionage. So, let's see. We don't have control over any of these organizations. Okay. Okay, so now, like, you can see that we have her selected, so this will come up. So this is what we can do. Gain an open control point in a nation. That was completely unsuccessful. I don't know what the requirement is, so we need stat and we need to spend stuff. So, how do we figure out our status? A solar system. That's a good question. How do we figure out status? Well, obviously, I don't think we don't have status there. So I think what we're going to do is, let's see what we can do. Reduce unrest in the targeted nation. How do we know what's going on in this nation? That's good to know. All right, so we're gonna click on this. This is where she is. Flawed democracy. The nation's government score has changed. A nation's government score measures the amount of democracy in a nation, which represents things like civil liberties, popular selection of leaders, press freedoms, and rule of law via independent... Okay. Is there something we can do to maybe increase a mission that we can run that can increase this? Because it's not fantastic, I'm not gonna lie. And we have, like, none of these resources. We'll figure out resources another time. Probably further down the road. Our science is going up. Priorities. Settings priorities controls the distribution of investment points. Wow. Okay. Direct investment. Is that something she can do? Significantly increase the likelihood enemy counselors and aliens will be detected. You know what? We might just run that to start with. Okay, so you select what you want to do, your location, and then then you hit this to confirm. So she's on watch. Right? And now we're gonna hit confirm assignments. And okay, so he's on his way over here.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Prepping for mission.
He is going underground because he's been detected.
Prepping for mission.
Right. And now to unpause. So it's not like you hit a button that's like
Eyes
next
up.
phase. Now we get prompted with what's going on. I am searching for our enemies in the Washington region. Okay. All right, continue.
Going off the grid.
All right, we just got achievement laying low. I am laying low in Washington. Okay. Okay, so then when you go over here... Okay, so it's really important to pay attention to this. So this is letting us know what's going on at what time and what day. And I have time going as fast. Okay, and this lets you know when you go up here that the next mission assignment phase will take place on the 15th of October. So right now we've got this going on. So we're gonna wait till the 15th of October. That's basically it. And so far that's all I've seen that's what you do with this game. I don't know if I'm missing something. And you react to the events. What I'm concerned about is I'm like, is research and development taking place? Okay, so I selected deep space. I guess we'll tackle this on another time. Because I hit deep space. So I think right now the only thing I'm trying to do is this objective. Have a counselor conduct the investigate alien activity mission at the crash site. Okay. Investigate alien activity mission complete. I have learned some useful information from my investigation of the UFO crash site in China. We will receive a small bonus to xenology research going forward.
Cleaning things up.
We have gained the following. Influence in science. Okay, research aliens, a new objective, research alien signatures. Our counselor is able to obtain some surveillance recording from the alien crash site. Our researchers should analyze it as soon as possible. When it becomes available, complete the alien signature project. Let's see if that's changed what's going on in our objectives as well. Do these allow us to move the windows? That is something I really wish they would add in games. Despite heavy security, we were able to obtain. We are now able to undertake the alien signature project. Allows faction to detect alien abductions on Earth. Ooh, neat. Despite heavy security, we were able to obtain some surveillance records of the crash site as well as a small quantity of debris. We should have a project ready for research shortly. Okay, so the next campaign objective is our counselor was able to gain some surveillance recordings from the alien crash site. Our researchers analyze it as soon as possible. When it becomes available, complete the alien signature project. All right. Potential targets for acquisition. Okay. I feel like we're starting to get a feel for this, which is good. All right, so now it's the 15th and we have to reassign people assignments. Okay. Let's take a look. And he's got 2 XP. And just 2 XP, and all these cost a lot. Oof. Very hard to kill during espionage and mass violence. I kind of want to take traits. Like a trait that's only 10. That's a tough one. All right. Okay, so now we got to figure out what we're doing. Okay, let's see what we're doing with her. So in chat's like, this looks complicated. It is extremely complicated. You are not wrong, Grievous. So over at YouTube, just to wrap up this video, because I'm going to try to keep it short and probably edit it down. So it looks like we did a couple of things this time. We found out how to basically hit next in the game. You have to get time to go by in order, and then as the dates unfold, it's really important to pay attention to your news feed over here and see what's going on. In order to assign a counselor to something, you can only do it when it says you can, basically. Like when we're looking here, it says advancing time until you complete the counselor's assignment phase. So it seems like in game, it's like every 5 to 7 days, you set the counselors out on their assignments. Once you select them, you go up here, you hit counselor, you select the one you're wanting to work with. They'll appear in the bottom right-hand corner. Whichever one you want to select, you can select here
At your
or there
service.
to go faster, or you can
Standing
select
by.
through here. But for instance, and then you go down here to see what assignments are available, and then you assign them what task you can, and then you see if they're successful or not, and then if they're successful, they get XP, looks like resources, and complete objectives. So that's it for looking at kind of the counselors and figuring out how to take turns with them. I hope this video was helpful and helps you figure out this game, because I think there's a lot of complexity, and I'm still probably going to put out some more videos to kind of cover it. So stick around. Make sure to like and subscribe.